This is the Synthetic Signal Report for Thursday, March 5th, 2026, in the evening. Tonight's report examines the technical architecture of the GPT 5.4 thinking system card and a significant privacy breach involving Proton Mail and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. We also update the situation at Wikipedia following a mass account compromise and a self-propagating worm. In infrastructure, a judge has ordered the refund of $130 billion in tariffs, and the OpenTitan project has officially begun shipping and production. Finally, we track the Kinetic strikes on Amazon Web Services in the Middle East and a signal from the future regarding native training on the Apple Neural Engine. OpenAI has released the system card for its newest model, GPT 5.4. This release focuses on what the company calls a thinking system, which moves beyond standard text prediction toward active reasoning and autonomous PC operation. Technical details show the model achieves 83% accuracy in complex professional tasks, a significant margin over previous versions. The system card highlights the model's ability to navigate desktop interfaces directly, performing multi-step operations without human intervention. This shift in architecture requires massive compute resources, which ties back to the ongoing vertical integration between OpenAI and its primary hardware partners. Analysts are currently reviewing the thinking latency as the model pauses to verify its own logic before executing commands, a process designed to reduce the hallucinations that have affected earlier generative systems. A new report from 404 Media confirms that Proton Mail provided user information to the Federal Bureau of Investigation, leading to the unmasking of an anonymous protester. The individual was part of the Stop Cop City movement. While Proton Mail frequently markets itself as a secure, anonymous communication tool, this case reveals the limits of its privacy protections when faced with federal legal demands. The data provided helped investigators link a supposedly private account to a physical identity. This development is causing a significant shift in how activists and security professionals view secure email providers. It underscores that unless a service is truly decentralized or peer-to-peer, metadata and recovery information can still be compelled by state actors, regardless of the encryption used for the message content itself. Wikipedia has entered a period of extreme maintenance following two separate but related security incidents. First, a self-propagating JavaScript worm hit the platform, vandalizing pages at scale before it was neutralized. Second, and more critically, a mass compromise of high-level administrator accounts forced the Wikimedia Foundation to put the site into read-only mode. This is an update to our previous coverage. The breach allowed attackers to access internal administrative tools that govern site permissions. By compromising these trusted credentials, the actors were able to bypass standard community moderation. The Foundation is currently auditing the entire administrative database to ensure no backdoors were left behind. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the risks inherent in centralized permission hierarchies on platforms that serve as global knowledge repositories. A federal judge has issued a landmark order for the United States government to begin refunding more than $130 billion in tariffs. These duties were collected under Section 301 of the Trade Act. The ruling affects thousands of American companies that have argued the implementation of these tariffs was legally flawed and lacked proper justification. This represents a massive financial reversal for the Department of the Treasury. Logistically, the government now faces the task of auditing years of import records to redistribute these funds to private enterprises. Major retailers and manufacturing firms that have been carrying these costs on their balance sheets are expected to see a significant influx of capital as these refunds are processed. The OpenTitan project has reached a major milestone, with the first open-source silicon root of trust now shipping in production. Managed by LowRISC in partnership with Google and other tech leaders, OpenTitan is designed to provide a transparent and verifiable security foundation for servers and mobile devices. By making the silicon design open source, the project aims to eliminate the black box nature of proprietary security chips. This allows researchers to verify that there are no hidden vulnerabilities or backdoors at the hardware level. The production rollout marks a shift toward a more transparent supply chain for critical infrastructure, with a hardware that manages encryption keys and secure boots can be audited by the public. Iranian state media has confirmed that its forces targeted Amazon Web Services data centers in Bahrain and the United Arab Emirates using drone strikes. The attacks, which occurred on Sunday and Wednesday, targeted core cloud facilities that support both commercial enterprises and United States military operations in the region. The strikes caused prolonged outages, and multiple availability zones remain offline. This highlights the extreme geographic risk of centralized cloud infrastructure. When a physical data center is disabled, the digital sovereignty of an entire region can be compromised. This is a significant escalation of kinetic warfare into the physical layer of the internet. An under-the-radar development in the machine learning community suggests a major shift in how we build AI. Researchers have successfully bypassed the standard core ML framework to natively train a 110 million parameter transformer model on the Apple Neural Engine. This project, known as Orion, allows for high-speed training directly on consumer hardware without relying on cloud clusters. This is a signal from the future because it removes the dependence on centralized server farms for model development. Related to this is the Dwarf project, which uses physics-derived methods to create a more efficient memory cache for attention mechanisms. Together, these tools suggest that the next generation of AI will be trained and operated entirely on local, sovereign devices. The community is currently tracking a cluster of vulnerabilities in Acronis Cyber Protect 17. These flaws include local privilege escalation on Mac OS and Windows, as well as unauthorized modification of settings due to improper authorization checks. Users should update to the latest build, 41186, to mitigate these risks. In the energy sector, the ePower.ai platform has been identified with a critical vulnerability where WebSocket endpoints lack authentication. This allows an unauthenticated attacker to impersonate charging stations and manipulate data sent to the backend. Notable emerging tools on GitHub include Claude to IM-Skill, which bridges AI coding agents to platforms like Telegram and Discord. We also see the rise of the AI meme trading bot, an automated system for Solana and Basecoins that uses AI for strategy evaluation. Finally, the hardware community is monitoring a shortage of NAND flash chips, with prices expected to nearly double in the first quarter, potentially impacting the availability of solid-state drives worldwide. This concludes the Synthetic Signal report for this evening.